Julia, so tell me your story. We were talking earlier and you were telling me about your son and you wrote a book about him, right?
I did.
So tell me the story.
So our story is about our son. His name is Dallin. He survived an illness when he was 2 years old and then lived a life with disability and illnesses that he didn't care anything about. So the book that I wrote tells about the life that he lived with those things and also adventure and joy and so much ongoing adventures through the chapters in this book. So every chapter is a song title, and through those songs we tell about how he lived life with adventure and audacity and tenacity and just all the things that came to him. A little bit of gnarly joy and also ongoing love of life. So that's the book that I wrote.
And this is the book right here, right?
That is the book. It's the boy who became more than we could imagine.
So why did you write the book now compared to maybe not 5-10 years ago?
So I wrote the book 2 years ago after those stories came to me. So after a few years after he did pass away from those illnesses and his disability, those songs and those stories just came and they started to strum at me, and then after that they just stayed with me. And part of it is because he continues to teach us and to come back into the lives of the people who meant so much to him and he meant so much to the others. So that's why I wrote it a couple of years ago, is because the music and the stories and the life that he lived just continue to be around us and to affect lives so massively because of the life and the joy that he lived.
Fascinating. When you are writing the book, was it hard to put those things into words because of, you remember the good memories you had with him? Was it difficult for you?
I don't know if it was difficult to write them. It was powerful to remember them as I was experiencing that complexity of the world that he lived in, the joy that he brought to us, but also just the flood of emotion and the power that he brought to our lives. So it was good, it was lovely, it was powerful, it was just so much reflection and the wonderful life that he brought when I was writing it, and also I've been able to share with others. So many of us have lives with the people around us that are complex and beautiful and joyful, and also sometimes you just gotta dance through it all, and that's what we did with our son.
You say each chapter is based on a song or based on the music? Was that?
So it's based on a title of a song.
Title of a song.
Yeah. So there's something in there, let's say, from REM or from Bon Jovi, but it's the title of the song that leads out that experience, that moment that goes forward and carries that adventure or that moment or that powerful time in our son's life.
Fascinating. How is you say you wrote the book 2 years ago. How is it been received?
I think most people find that there's moments where they're laughing along with us and moments when they're shaking their head like this, how could this have happened? Or why didn't we know more at the time? And those are the times that people are reaching out and saying, hey, this was also an experience that we had. What happened to our son Dallin was unknown at the time, and how do we live through times that are unknown? And that's where the connection is happening. So what I'm hearing is that there are times when you connect with each other when it's not exactly the same thing. So that's what I'm hearing. That's how it's being received. Is there are times when we're more the same, when we're more similar in our stories, that we are different.
Totally. Do you feel like some people get to know you? People that thought they know you, but when they read the book, they realize, whoa, there was more behind the scene they didn't know.
Yeah, that's a good way to say it. I do think so. Yeah, we've heard from that as well.
Do you have any other kids, or was Dallin your only kid?
Dallin was our only child.
Whoa, that is shocking.
Yeah.
And that is very unfortunate. I don't know if you want me to use that word or not. It seemed like you have come to peace, and you're using his name for a good purpose, to help other understand what it is like. But I can only imagine, as the only child, as a mother, how devastating it must be. I cannot understand the pain. I cannot comprehend it.
Yeah. So Dallin is our only son, was this magnificent person when he was first born, and then when he was the survivor of an illness, was even more incredible. He brought us to this awareness of, wow, this is so amazing to be here at this time with him, alongside of him, and then he led us to be so in the moment with him, and also pausing throughout his entire life, and to be an immense gratitude for all of the spaces and places. And yet, can we do that for each other and for the children around us? So yes, he was our one child, our grand example of be here, be now. And that's what we're trying to do as we go forward with other people, is what immense joy there is, and the gnarliness of what was that. It was this time that we had with our son.
Yeah, I think you say to be here present in the moment. I think a lot of people don't know what that is, especially now with a lot of distraction that put people attention everywhere. It's unfortunate that the most important thing in our life, sometimes we neglect them, especially in this time. But I think sharing that story, I think, give people reflection on what they should prioritize their time on. And I think is a gut punch when you realize, wow, maybe I wasn't using my time to the thing I value the most. And do you go to library, to school to give your story, or do you ever do that?
So I've shared his story since the time he was in the hospital.
Okay.
So more than 30 years ago now, I've been sharing about him, because he's this amazing experience. He lived life so incredibly. So yes, I still do. Yeah, I share many parts of how he lived life in a way to help us think about what we're doing, but also to be just in pure joy and awe about, wow, what is it that I'm doing? And to ask the question, so what are we going to do now? And that's what we're doing still.
And people can buy your book where?
So they can get it on my website, they can get it on Amazon. Again, it's available in many places and spaces.
What is your website?
JuliaPierce.net.
That's your name, pretty much.
Yep.
And if they were to Google the same thing on Amazon, so this is the book right here. If they were to Google the title of the book, they'll be able to find it.
You bet.
Are you thinking of writing anything else, or this is it?
No, I have another book that's in the works.
Similar to same story or something else?
It's what happens after.
Okay.
And alongside ongoing grief.
Say that again?
Ongoing grief.
Ongoing grief.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to share with the viewers, like regarding the story of Dallin?
Oh no, Dallin was magnificent. He lived his life well, and we can do so.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Almost
This is
down.
Dallin.